Lesson 101. God's will for me is perfect happiness.
Hi there. Today, let's continue our discussion about happiness. What is your understanding of salvation? Do you believe that it requires suffering because you must be punished for your sins? That would not be true. You may currently hold that belief because you think sin is real and that God's Son can sin. If sin were real, then punishment would be fair and necessary, and salvation would require suffering. But if you think sin is real, then you can never be truly happy because sin and happiness cannot both exist at the same time. You may think that those who sin deserve to be punished with pain and death, as this is what they have asked for. You may also believe that, at some point in time and space, they will be found by God and will need to pay the debt they owe. If sin were real, then salvation would be really hard and painful. It would be something to be feared, as it would take away everything we have, before finally granting us death. Its justice would be harsh and merciless. Who would want salvation under such conditions? Who would want such savage punishment? Who would not run away from it and try to ignore the voice that offers it? Why would we try to listen and accept its offer? If sin were real, salvation would be death. It would be our bitter enemy, the curse of God upon us who have crucified His Son. Today, we really need to practice. Let's do our 5-minute exercises to learn that sin is not real. Nothing we think will happen because of sin will ever happen. Let's accept atonement with an open mind and not think that we have made a devil of God's Son. There is no sin. We should practice with this thought as often as we can today, because it is the basis for today's idea.
God's will for me is perfect happiness.
God's will for us is perfect happiness because there is no sin. Joy is just, and pain is only a sign that we have misunderstood ourselves. Do not be afraid of God's will. Instead, have confidence in it and trust that it will liberate you from all the outcomes that sin has created in your anxious imagination. Begin each practice period by repeating to yourself,
God's will for me is perfect happiness. There is no sin, it has no consequence.
Then, try to find the joy that these thoughts will bring to your mind. Dedicate those 5-minute exercises every hour today to lift the burden you laid upon yourself by believing that sin is real. Escape from madness today. You are on the path to freedom, and today's idea brings you wings to make you reach your goal of peace even faster. There is no sin. Remember this today and tell yourself as often as you can.
God's will for me is perfect happiness. This is the truth because there is no sin.
It's incredible, isn't it? Do you notice the subtle but significant changes in our lives that we are gaining every day from these lessons? You're doing great. See you tomorrow for another one.
If you enjoyed the video and found it helpful, please don't forget to give it a like and leave a comment. Thanks. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. There's a new lesson every day.